Let's go live right now, my friends. Hello and welcome to this special edition Truth Bomb. I hope you can all hear me well, and we are going to have some fun today. So, if you are with me, and I know there are some people with me, I can see Joel Allen, 1972, is already here. I see, back in 5. Gotta smoke my doobie. I understand that. I know how it goes. Greetings from blustery camping field. Still camping. Heather is in the house. And is DC as well. Hello, folks. Hope you are well. Excellent. Buenas tardes to you, Ellen. Excellent. I'm glad to see. Oh, look who's here. Celestial Wonder. We are growing. We are growing in size now and power. Power. It's beautiful. So I'm looking forward to everyone who can join us. It's a bit of an impromptu, live, interactive AMA, but also we're going to look at some of the best bits of the first 10 episodes of Truth Bomb. It's already happened. It only feels like yesterday that I was planning this out. I had this idea and I said, I'm going to create a quiz show, one which will shake the very foundations of mankind. And so I did it. I started to putting things together, and it was a rocky road at times, a rocky start, but it went along. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start us off with some good clips from the old Truth Bomb here. A short little, it was only going to be a couple of little clips in here and there, about 3-4 minutes at a time, and then we're going to talk and we're going to play some games too. So thank you all for joining me, but thank you for supporting this show. This has been wondrous. It's been brilliant to be out here with all of you. One other thing that we're going to discover today, everybody, this is really, really super duper important, is we're going to see the scoreboard. We're going to see who's on top, how it lies after 20 contestants have played Truth Bomb. We're going to have another 20 more before we start having quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. This is going to keep going on. There is going to be different forms. Of course, you know already that if you are a budding independent media person, or even someone who thinks they got a lot of knowledge on a specialist subject or two, you can come on this show and you can face up against someone else for a couple of qualifier rounds, a wild card round, to try and get in against one of our big experts. And we've had some big experts, and we've been having fun too, haven't we? Well, I think we have. What are you looking forward to the most? Are you looking forward to the Great Taking or the Great Reset? The dog is like, the Great Reset! Yeah! So, Corey, who did you support in the last American election? Was it Benjamin Netanyahu or Benjamin Netanyahu?
It was Benjamin Netanyahu, of course.
How many vaccines do you think they'll have to force upon you before they get you to be an OnlyFans model?
All of them. Or the best new emergency use authorized mRNA one they can come up with.
Before the show, I was told that the Pope is actually hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and D.B. Cooper on their Terramar mothership. So, of course, we're going to have Joel Allen go up first. Let's play. What about this? Do you know what you get, Dana, if you cross the head of Scientology with divorce papers?
Oh, no. I have no idea.
Buried in the basement of Scientology headquarters.
Damn. That's dark.
Yeah, I know.
Inaccurate.
Inaccurate. Yeah, those are the best jokes. Dark and accurate are the best jokes. John, how long before we have robot cockfighting?
I don't know.
Will you give your cock to robots willingly?
No, I will not.
Will you be joining my new sex cult? It's called the Acolytes of Moldbug, and we spend all of our times playing Dungeons and Dragons while moaning about people who used to bully us in high school.
I will be washing myself with soap made from my enemy.
Who do you think would do a better job of covering up their wife's murder, RFK Jr. or King Charles III? Just
I don't know. I mean,
hypothetical.
RFK Jr. is a lot more, charismatic, so he probably would do a better job.
Hey, now that's what I want to see. Oh my God, that guy is cute. Look at, oh my God. What did they find in Benjamin Franklin's fireplace in London?
Oh, I know this.
Oh,
Was it a little lipstick that didn't melt in the fire?
No, it was
you got to say truth bomb if you got it.
the truth bomb. I think it was the remains of children.
Whoa, look, he's done it. Yes. So, Corey, if you had to choose, had with capital letters, had to choose, you've got no option between Adolf Hitler and J. Edgar Hoover. Which one would you fillet? Like, I don't know. Go on. You got to choose one. If you scrapped the entire US education system and replaced it with potatoes that have faces drawn on them, do you think the youth of America would get a better education?
I don't know. We'll ask AI what AI thinks.
Yeah, AI would come back with pictures of drawing the potatoes with faces on, I think. If you had two big red buttons in front of you, both with exploding skulls on them, which one would you press? The one that's labeled RFK Jr. or the other one that's labeled RFK Jr.?
You know, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't believe in killing people, so I'd let them live.
Dick, you're well known for baby lotion parties with the elite, aren't you?
That's my thing. Yeah, you've checked up on me quite well, haven't you?
P. Dicky, that's what they call you around the place. I've heard this. If you had to choose between Africans and Asians, which one do you think you drop?
For what? No context here.
Well, did L. Ron Hubbard really live in a cupboard?
No.
Yeah, that is the right answer. It was actually a closet. So there you go. He was in the closet the whole time. Excellent. What's going to be your preferred weapon when the Americans and Canadians go to war? Will you go the English-speaking Canadian way and become a mounted rifleman, or will you go with the French-speaking Canadian way and become a mounted dildo man? I have to say, I have loved doing this show so far. We've got a champion in the house. We'll talk about that later when we have a look at the table. I'm not sure if anybody actually wants to look at the table. Hello, live with meter and no measures. Rotting Jules in the house. Dana herself. Joel Allen is another competitor. We'll see him a couple of times on the clips here. Celestial Wonders, thank you for being here. Dark Commission, of course. Ellen, everybody. Heather, of course. Heather. She's such a big supporter of this. Everybody has not only lifted this show up in their efforts to help, but also lifted me up and massively uplifting as a person to have this sort of experience with people who I love. And as you saw there, I was thinking, would I be able, out of the first 10 shows, be able to find enough clips, fill a couple of reels? And there was definitely enough clips to have a best of, because this has been fun. It's been quick from the start. I tell you, some of the early contestants, especially the first probably 5 games, they got a bit of they got the hard, they got the rough end of the stick. They got the dirty end of the stick, because they of course didn't have the same format as I introduced later. And now I think I understand how things should be scored. So all of these people will have another chance to play a game. What we want to do is we want to increase those scores Once we've had another 20 contestants on, that's another 10 games. So when we get to number 20, what we're going to do is we're going to start mixing up those people, and we're going to have them play against different people who they've maybe not met before. Part of this is a brilliant way to introduce people, because I know it made me feel really good inside to introduce Rachel Wilson and Rotting Jules together, because those two are like a match made in heaven. It's perfect. It's like, there are people like that should know each other more, and often these people haven't. So I'm really, really, really happy that you're all here joining me. And, we've all got our busy lives. And everything's going up in the air. So you've got to tell me now. There's a few things we could do tonight, I have to say. I wouldn't mind testing you. If you want to be tested a little bit, then we can do that a little bit later on. I'm tempted, and you're going to have to vote for this, the people who are actually here. I'm tempted to test you all out tonight. Yeah, everybody in the chat, anybody who wants to come on the chat, this is going out across a few platforms. So I'm at least getting the chat from YouTube and from Facebook, from Twitch. Maybe I'm getting the ones from X. Not quite yet. We'll see. And probably from Rumble too. So you can all take part in this live chat. And what we could do is I could test you out on some of the questions, the very famous questions that we haven't heard yet. If you fancy that, doing a whole maybe true or false round from the wall of dystopia, then we could. But I feel that there would only be one choice to be had. Now, if anybody can guess what that choice is, maybe you can start doing a little bit research already. But let's see. We'll see. We'll get to that. But we've been having a good time. We gotta, hey, you gotta know who's winning. You gotta know who's winning, who's in the lead, who's actually in the lead, who's top of the table, and who so far, as 10 games in, is rocking that chart. So I have made up a little chart. You can decide whether you see it now or see it later. Anybody give me any of your suggestions? A couple of these is going to be another. I'm gonna show you some more clips. Another 5 minutes of clips, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna do something else. I'm really happy you could join me. I intend to do this after every 10th episode, and then we can really get a work out of where we're from and see some of the wondrous stuff that's going on. It's been brilliant. I love you too, Nimble Guest, who's here. There's a lot going on. There you go. Wild Heather. I'm busy cooking dinner on my gas camping stove, hiding from the ferocious wind. I must be nuts. You must be nuts. It's a Sunday. You should be definitely in the warm house. It's actually nice outside anyway. Are the qualifiers in a separate table? They will. Well, you have to get through. This table is for the main event. This table is a main event table. So the qualifiers, there can be a separate table, but the qualifiers is to get through to main event. And so it's a little bit different. But listen, if you've got any suggestions on how we go, hello, A, I hope you are fine. I can actually highlight your message when I'm on the format, which I can't do normally. So hello. But if you do want to come into qualifier, you at home, if you want to be part of Truth Bomb, and you want to come on the show and you think you can take on one of these experts, or even if you just want to have some fun and go in against someone else who's on a qualifier, come on. I am happy to host anybody. We'll have a qualifier where it's amateur versus an amateur. Then they have to get through another qualifier, and then they'll have a wild card round, which is like a shorter show, but with one of the professional guests. And if they get past that, they go through to a main event. So I want you to be joining me on this adventure. And this is why I'm so happy that Dark Commission and Joel Allen here talking. I mean, Joel Allen there has come on to the first qualifier and got beaten by Dark Commission, which of course, it's likely to get beat by Dark Commission. He's a clever fella. Yes. Anyway, I tell you, let's watch a bit more. If you judge people, you have no time to wank them.
This word wank is really getting in the way of my thinking for this quote, you know, with this person up on the screen as well.
The mind it goes into. It's the mind it goes into.
I've got no idea.
Love. If you judge people, you have no time to love them. Monica, welcome to my nest of ducklings, where I have Dream Warrior Hitler, of course. Yes, Hitler has had the Freddy Krueger makeover for this round.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't disturb you too much.
Very much.
As you see the quote, what luck for rulers that men do not wank.
Think?
What? Oh, she came in and she's correct. She's right. Think it is, of course. I'm proud to have wanked with President Trump, but January 6th was a dark day.
I guess I'm
This is
going to say
Fairly
served.
easy. Yes, and you know who that is, of course.
Yeah, that's the governor of Indiana. His name is, why can't I think of his
Escaping
name?
you. He
Off
was
the
vice
tip of his
president.
head.
I'm sure you can do it.
Dude, this is crazy. I know this. I mean, it's so obvious.
I love it when the name
Hold on,
escapes
wait,
someone.
wait.
It's
I got
probably
this
one of
guy.
my favorite. No, I'm not going to let you think about it. Well, it would be silly if I let you
I
think
know it.
about it.
How could
I
not?
want to keep you. This is like mentally edging someone. This is what mentally edging someone looks like. You can give me
Dude,
anything.
I'm drawing a total blank on this guy. Mike Pence. There it is. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this guy's name? I'm like, I know this guy.
Michael Tuppence Halfpenny. Okay, so you get the 2 points there. There you go. Now it's working. Dana, here you go. I don't care if I live or die. Go ahead and wank me.
The person in that photo, I feel like that's what they were. This is actually what they wanted to say. Go ahead and kill me.
Yes, it is. You're correct. And who is this guy?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, correct. Jelly Bean Dharma, as I call him. Yes, it is indeed. Jelly Bean Dharma. Yeah. Having a little kip while they both take a little look. You know how it goes. Fox, this is over to you. The next one. A man who dares to wank 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life.
Man, that sounds like it's supposed to be the right word there, actually.
I'm not sure if that's true. Depends what you like.
We're still on true or false, right? A man who dares to wank 1 hour of time has not discovered the value. I have no fucking clue what this is.
Well, if you get it wrong, it gets handed over and there's an extra point available then.
A man who dares to waste.
Are you going to go with waste?
Yeah, I don't know. Waste? I don't know.
Okay, you're correct. Waste.
Oh, yeah.
You get a point there. Well done. And can you tell me who said that line? Who's sitting in the chair having their bits looked at?
The sleeping man with the boner. I don't know. I have no idea.
You want to take a quick guess?
I don't. Is that supposed to be Darwin or something? I have no idea who that is.
You're going to guess Darwin?
Sure.
Okay, it's Charles Darwin. Well done.
Nice.
So that's good. Okay, Alex, this quote is going to be over to you.
Wait, doesn't Fox get an opportunity to truth bomb about Darwin?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. If you want to, you got to remember, guys, if you want a truth bomb, you got to remember to truth bomb. Have you got a truth bomb about Darwin there?
I deserve an extra point for pointing that out.
No, you're not going to get an extra point for that one, but it's a nice try for an extra point.
Yeah.
If you try a naughty extra,
show.
well, if you try that again, then I would probably give you an extra point for trying it twice.
God loves a trier. But have you got any truth bombs about Charles Darwin, the man
How about
who
this one?
loved turtles?
How about this one? Karl Marx was a big fan of Charles Darwin, and he even sent him his books. But Charles Darwin was not impressed by Marx, and he did not respond to his inquiries, his suck up to him. So, how about that for a truth bomb?
That is a good
that a good
truth bomb. How about that for a truth bomb? He said. If you don't want puppies, this ain't around for you, mate. I can promise you. Right, James?
Yes.
You're up next. Whoever wanks the past wanks the future.
Whoever owns.
I'm afraid it's not. I'm going to pass it across.
Oh, I know.
to Dick.
Sorry, of course I know what it is.
Oh, it's too late. Don't say it. Don't say it, or you'll give him a clue. Dick Dellingpole. Whoever wanks the past wanks the future.
Would it be right?
Oh,
No, it's
unfortunately
forget.
not. No, it's not.
We all
It's-
we continue to be wrong.
Whoever controls the controls
yeah,
the
whatever.
future.
Like to
Okay.
say,
James, you've got to say truth bomb here. You
I'm
want to
not
get a
allowed,
truth
but
bomb.
truth bomb.
You can only have a truth bomb if you get the answer right in this
Oh.
round. What would your truth bomb be with that for no point?
Everything to do with George Orwell is made up shit.
Oh, I'm going to give you a truth bomb point anyway. Corruption. I think he's a dirty, rotten Fabian, and a load of other people don't agree with me on that and think he's the best thing since sliced bread, because that's what they were told in school, in my opinion. So I'll agree with you.
What a dresser.
What a dresser indeed.
What a dresser indeed. Right, okay, question for all of you guys. Here's the first question. Out of all 20 truth bombs, who have been your favorites? So you don't have to choose just one, of course. That would be evil. You can choose a couple, but who have you enjoyed seeing the most? I mean, I've managed to get on some very interesting people, people who I've worked with before, people who are friends of mine, but also people who I've not really done, I've known Dick Dallingpole and James Dallingpole have kind of circled around in my areas. A lot of people that I've started to speak with, I've been asking them first off, do you want to come on maybe? Yeah, BG, of course, Monica and Dana. I mean, Monica Perez. Both of these are brilliant. Monica, of course, is just fully loaded with information, so much so that she just keeps taking in, and she trawls information. She's so dynamic, and she really wants to be involved in and Dana is brilliant. She is a brilliant mind. She again, I know that Dana, when me and Dana talked beforehand, she said that she wasn't really going to be able to compete with some of these guys, and I was like, I don't think you realize how much you know about your subject matter. But she does know a lot. Yeah, and the Dellingpoles were good, of course. It was nice. Dick Dellingpole, as he mentions, was in my father's regiment in the Sealed Knot in the 17th century. But after my father it was the regiment my father had founded, but after he had left, of course. And that was a weird occasion, really, because it was around the time that my father passed too. So I got to talk about and reminisce with Dick, and then it was I got a good feeling about my father's past, but I wish him the best on his journey, and he was such an interesting man with so many interesting things. Rachel too, of course. Rachel was brilliant. Again, Joel Allen says Monica and Dana. I don't know if you wanted to say it like that. All my faves are ladies. Just say it. Yeah, I know how you feel. Of course. And the lady says, lovely Joel and lovely DC, because they are two really nice ones, aren't they? I would really like to see, it would be easy to say dislike, but ruder. True. It would be ruder. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Do we want to do that? I don't think we want to do that. But I tell you what, you may want to come on You would be very good, wouldn't you, BG? I think you would be very good indeed. So you should come on. That would be a very good idea. Now, let's see. What do you want to do? Do you want to go and do a true and false where it's in the chat? The fastest is the one who gets the point. Maybe Joel Allen can keep a little bit of a score for us. Who knows? Who knows? And we can get a competition going on because there is a fair few. There are a fair few. We've got about 265 people watching. There are a fair few questions that I could ask about one subject in particular. Joel Allen says, yes, most definitely. Okay, we can do that. Let's do that. Let's do a round. But this is going to be, after 10 games, I can accept that this was never going to be chosen. This was never going to be chosen. So we're going to do now the true or false round, the Wall of Dystopia round for Crawl. For Crawl Inc. Finally, you will know about the world of Crawl, all of the people who have been desperate. So Joel Allen will keep scores. First ones to chime in. You have to be quick. I'm not going to take my time with this because I don't want anybody actually checking the answers at all. But here we go. Everybody. True or false? That's all you have to say. I will accept a T and I will accept an F. If you put an X, then I'm not going to accept that. Anyway, okay, number 1. Crawl Inc. was originally founded as a risk consulting firm. I wait. Oh, is 2 trues. Dark Commission gets in slightly ahead of BG here. They've decided to go T. And then BG changes to false afterwards. It is true. It is penalties for guessing. No, there's no penalties. It's just if you get the wrong. But if before I've given the answer, you say T and then you say F, then I'll accept your final answer. So you said false. You don't get it. Dark Commission's got a point. Oh no, it's gonna be the same in this, isn't it? DC's gonna trounce it. DC turns out to be the expert on Crawl. Well, okay, next one up. This is good. Number 2. Crawl offers services related to cybersecurity and data breach response. Yes, first, Joel. Oh, BG gets in there first with true. It is true. Next one, number 3. Crawl was founded in the 1950s. First one to get in there. Oh, Dark Commission gets in with a false. Yes, it was founded in 1972. So far, Dark Commission has 2, BG has 1. So, Joel, I hope you're noting all of this down. I need you as a right-hand man tonight. Of course, part of the reason we're doing impromptu like this is my wonderful producer is off, and I had to cancel one recently. But we will hopefully be back on the trail next week with Jay Dyer and Jamie Dyer. Okay, next one. Here we go. Crawl Inc. was hired by the city of New York to manage security for the World Trade Center prior to the 9/11 attacks. Okay, we're waiting to see. Dark Commission comes in first, just by a moment. I mean, BG and Dark Commission probably should be in a battle against each other by now. I think we should probably do this eventually. Okay. So Dark Commission's got another one. Yes, it is true. They were hired. Isn't it amazing? to manage security for them. It's amazing. Okay, Kroll is headquartered in New York City. True or false? Oh, BG apparently was first on his screen. Oh, he's definitely got in there first. True. Correct. Correct. Dark Commission did say false there. It seems like it's BG versus Dark Commission. There you go. Joel Allen says B. B. Kroll is okay. Kroll Inc. only operates. This is number 6 now. Kroll Inc. only operates within the United States. Oh, Mad Villain in the house. Nice to see you. BG first. Okay, Joel Allen will be the decider of who comes first or second. You keep the scores, Joel. I'll believe in you. I'm withdrawing for the rest of this round. No. Joel Allen is deciding. He's getting the scoring now. Oh no. We've got a revolution on our hands. Indeed. Right, okay. Right, let's keep going anyway. No matter. It is global, so it is false. That is global. The company specializes exclusively in forensic accounting. Go on, BG. Keep in there. Yeah, false. It is false. Okay, the CEO of Kroll Inc. at the time of the 9/11 attacks was involved in high-level negotiations with federal agencies post-attack. Interesting. Hey, look, it's Ruckerson. Well, we're doing a little bit of Kroll. Just getting through the Kroll true and falses, but he's just asking what's happening. What's going on? Hey up. What's happening here? I tell you, there's some questions coming in, of course. This is live, definitely live, Ruckus, definitely live. We're going through some of the true and false questions for Kroll. We're halfway through it, in actual fact. Kroll Inc. developed. You can go as well. You just got to say T or F as quickly as possible. The CEO of Kroll Inc. developed the security systems for both the North and South Towers of the World Trade Center before the attacks. Can anybody guess? This Kroll company? Does anybody know about this Kroll company? Kroll. It's like one of the worst. Yes, it's true. Definitely true. It is definitely. Kroll Inc. played no role in the investigation of 9/11 attacks after they occurred. This is one of the questions from AI. Remember, these are AI questions going on here. Right. Okay. So that's yeah, of course, it's a false. Kroll Inc. provided consultancy services to various organizations affected by the September 11th attacks. They were involved in every part of it. Honestly, amazing. What about Securicom? There you go, Alan. I'm sorry, I didn't. I did I not mention Securicom? Is what is Securicom? Tell me. Tell us all, boy. Gone. I don't know. Dick Moves. Oh, what a nice name. And that photo is beautiful. You look gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. Is Nick Kroll, the comedian's father, involved? Probably. I would assume it is all him, all of the time. Comedy is something that rules the world. We can actually talk about this a little bit too. Okay, so wait. Let's after 9/11, Kroll Inc. expanded it. This is question 13. There's only a few questions left. After 9/11, Kroll Inc. expanded its operations significantly in response to increased demand for its security consulting services. Indeed. Securicom was owned by the Bush family and had security contract for the World Trade Center. Yeah, likelihood that they were very much involved with Kroll as well. Kroll had multiple security services. Yes, they did expand. It was true. They did expand. Kroll has a specialized unit for whistleblower investigations. Here we go. They have their own unit. Do they? True? Yes. Of course it's true. Kroll Inc. is known for its role in recovery of stolen assets. What about that? Is true. They are apparently. There's only 3 more questions here. I just want to get through this because this is coming off the wall of dystopia. We've had it there the whole time. No one actually dared to pick it, but it is actually quite easy because Kroll basically do everything. Kroll primarily caters to individual clients rather than businesses. Anybody want to come in there? Go a bit more here. Marvin P. Bush, the president's younger brother, was principal in a company called Securicom that provided security for the World Trade Center, United Airlines, and Dulles International Airport. Isn't it funny? Dulles. Oh, what a surprise. You need it. Yes, there is a true, where is it? Known for recovery of stolen assets. True. The primarily caters to individual clients rather than businesses. False. Kroll Inc. There's only 2 more. Kroll Inc. played a significant role in the restructuring efforts during the Enron scandal in the early 2000s. Can you guess? Can you guess if Kroll was also involved in restructuring efforts during the Enron scandal? Yes, it's true. Kroll Inc. was involved in the investigations and restructuring, and the final one would have been if a contestant that actually chose it, would be Kroll Inc. was acquired by Duff and Phelps in 2018, and subsequently Duff and Phelps rebranded itself under the Kroll name. And yes, that is, I will just tell you, true. Duff and Phelps acquired Kroll and later rebranded itself just as Kroll. So Kroll rises again. And there was an F. There should have been a U as well from Ruckus. I am happy to say Ruckus, none of the above. Well, maybe you're not allowed to know anyway. It's Kroll. I'm gonna play a little bit more of a couple more clips from the shows that we've had so far, including the man Ruckus. I hope that soon Ruckus will be. Oh, here we go. Let's. Nick Kroll's father did found Kroll Inc. Dick moves. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that, and I find it very interesting. I do want to talk about comedy eventually. I think that comedy has a central role within the technocracy. Everything from Joe Rogan podcast, Kill Tony, a lot of the people who are controlling the independent media seem to be comedians who come in and everybody follows them like they're dazzled by them. It's the same thing that used to happen with show business when people used to do the same with actors or musicians in the past. It goes, everyone, I guess. Yes, everyone. Jules Kroll. Oh, he sounds like a actual Bond villain. Says Jules Kroll, the same Marvin Bush that had dinner with John Hinckley's brother the night after Reagan shooting. Yes. Oh, look, someone's listening and lurking here. Nice to see her here. Definitely. Let's play Guess What's in Johnny's Vape. Hey, this ain't a vape, man. That's a lighter. That's a blunt. That's not fair. You're not allowed to say I got a vape. I don't do vapes. Just like Vegas, yeah. Does he have a spliff in his hand with the vape? No. Do you want? You're desperate to see me smoke? Okay, give me just 1 second. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. But in this next round, we're hunting down serial killers instead of gays. Courtney Turner, how about you? If you could go back in time to the birth of Hitler or the birth of Kissinger, which would you bring up as your own?
Bring up as my own?
Yeah, bring up as your own child. You've got to bring up either Hitler or either Kissinger as your own child. Which one would it be? It's a world-changing event. You know, you got the potential to change everything.
Yeah, because it could potentially change their the trajectory of their behavior, their actions.
Maybe Hitler would have been so kinky, and Kissinger been so pent up.
It's tough.
You got to choose one: Hitler or Kissinger. Who are you going to breastfeed? Tell me.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. When you put it like that.
Yeah, when you put it like that.
Where did Frodo find the evidence that the elves were Scientologists? You know? In Elrond's cupboard. There you go. Sorry, I do apologize for that one. I did promise you I would try and make you laugh. Like three hyper-sexy masticators vying for the cover of Bubblegum Chewer Weekly, Havoye, John, and I have been sucking and chewing since the break of dawn. So, Basil, have you always been a fan of baby lotion, or are you a racist? If you had gone to a P. Diddy mansion, do you think you'd still be slippery to this very day? You don't have to answer that. Like three self-harming, non-binary letters, Will is going to tell me that I'm a butterfly, while Scott is going to teach our children that Jimmy Savile was a very nice man who was misunderstood by an uncaring system that didn't properly appreciate child love. Oh, right, you told me in emails that Havoye is your mortal enemy and that you intend to smite him. If you had to see him punished, would you use waterboarding or electrodes? Your choice.
Waterboarding is technically not a form of torture, so I'm going to go with that because I actually do like Havoye a lot.
Like the protagonists of a budget horror flick, Dan, Tim, and I are akin to innocent freshman cheerleaders waiting to be butchered to death by a killer clown. Which witch would you wish a house upon by using wind alone? The Wicked Witch of the West or Gloria Steinem?
Oh, definitely Gloria Steinem, but can I pick a different one?
Yeah, go on then.
I would have picked Matilda Joslyn Gage, who was Al Frankenbaum's mother-in-law.
Wow,
yeah.
You might have to explain a bit more. But it was originally a trick question because the Wicked Witch of the West is actually Gloria Steinem.
Of course.
So, there you go. Oh, my Lord. I just get a feeling that every time that we do another 10 episodes, it's going to be so brilliant to have a load of wonderful clips of some really clever people. And I have to say, there is a load of stuff that I really need to probably sort out the outtakes, because there are quite a lot of outtakes. There's a lot of silliness that goes on behind the scenes. I have to tell you that this, when I first thought this up, I was like, oh, this is brilliant. It would be an hour and a half to 2 hours. And the first ones we filmed were an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then they just started growing. People started to understand what it was, and so started to answer more questions. By the time we've got to the last few, they take about 3 hours, 20 minutes to record, it seems. And it ends up with being about 2.5 hours of really full of stuff, and it's a really fun process as well. We have a really good time. I so far I haven't had any awkwardness or people who haven't really enjoyed themselves, and I think that people have found that there's a really a fun aspect of this where they don't have to worry or feel judged about their knowledge, yet they're experts as well. And that's a very weird mix. Now, the question is, what would people like to do? Because this is an interactive Ask Me Anything. So you could ask me anything if you want. What's BG says it would be so much work to edit it down to like a TV length show, but it would be great. Okay, so I've already done that with 3 episodes. So I've cut them down to 59 minutes. Now the Pulse is going to play some of those as well. But what I do is I basically take out a few rounds,
edit it down. But it all takes a lot of work anyway, because I do all of the editing for all of these all the way through. I do like everything apart from the booking of the guests is everything else I do. I've got someone who's helping me with that. Jab Whack, just a bloke who asks questions, who's off at the moment, and he's been a great help to me. I don't think I'd be able to do any of this if it wasn't for him being able to interact with people so easily and so friendly. So I love him greatly, and all of the great supporters. It's sad not to. Little Carol's not around, but I'm sure she'll love to little Carol too. But there is going to be, I think there is going to be a load of different formats for this. This was what my plan was at the start. I want the one format to be the main event. That will be about 2.5 hours long between experts or people who have won 2 qualifiers and a wild card. I want the qualifiers and wild cards to be about an hour long, live, fun, vibrant. And then I want to look at doing live X spaces. That would be a really good idea, I think, to kind of have people come on to a different format, but I'd have to change the games. It also takes up a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to work out what games I can play, how people will respond to them, and whether they'll still be the same as what the game is meant to be. A point that look at AI and look at what it gives you, and look at what reality. That is a really important aspect to this game. When I've had criticism so far, I've had people say, "Oh, you use AI for questions," and they've obviously not watched it. It's not about that. It's about showing that AI is the official narrative. Oh, here you go. I want to see Johnny Vedmore travel series where he goes around the world, drops acid, interviews the people, and tries the local cuisine. That sounds like a fantastic. If someone wants to pay me to do that, I will do that. I will happily do that. I will force it down me. I will. I don't know if anybody's actually ever watched Apocalypto on acid, but that was one of my favorite times. Anyway, going on. Ruckus says you should add a one-time use a phone a friend where contestants can ask their that's a good idea. I want to see these ideas. I mean, I think there's a load of different. I want this man who's laughing here. I want Joel to be involved. I've heard some of he's actually really good at doing voices and etc. So I would like him to do something in that regard eventually. So I've been trying to work that out as well. I do want this to develop constantly, and if we end up doing X spaces or something like this, it's going to be audio only. So I'd like to do it in like a classic radio format to an extent. And yeah, DC said hi Tim, and I like, yes, hi Tim Hinchcliffe. How are you, my friend? There you go. We got 3 of 4, 5 former contestants in there with Joel Allen DC as well. It's brilliant to have you. It's awesome. Good idea. You could paste the question to LMM on screen on behalf of the contestant. That is a good idea. Still, I've got to watch out for them cheaters. I got to watch out for all of that corruption. It's everywhere, you know. I still think a player joker would be good. Players can play their joker on their favorite round for double points. Ooh, that's a really good idea, especially for qualifier rounds. Yes, Tim is also a favorite, most definitely. I mean, me and Tim he was coming on quite a lot on TNT, and it was we got to know each other during that time. I'm very lucky to have some VIP chat crowd. Yeah, indeed. I know. It's too true. You guys, audio only X space is done in transatlantic accent. Yeah, a transatlantic accent. What am I meant to do? Am I meant to speak like an Englishman, or am I meant to speak like an American? Which one would it be? Maybe little bits of all sorts. I could potentially be about 5 characters. Sure. Just had to brief you out. I hope Elsie is doing good. All the love, Elsie. Okay, there is a question. Here we go. Oh, here she goes. There she goes. Tuning in from Moldova. She is a jet setter. Don't let anybody ever tell you any different. This woman is a jet setter. Now, let me just find, because it's going live. Let's see. Now, some of these, I'm going to test you out on some of these. I'm going to test you out. So I'm going to show you a picture or two. Even, to be perfectly honest, even I'm not sure if I can. Give me just a second to set up. But we're going to play a little round 69 Club, a game that everybody loves to play here. I think you all love to play the 69 Club, don't you? I think you do. And how we play this, of course, for those who've never played before, is I am going to show you a picture, people. People who are in the chat now will get to see a picture. And on there, there's 3 people. I am not going to tell you the identity of these people, but you have to guess within about 10 seconds. Each, I want 10, 20 seconds. I don't want people to go and search. Don't be naughty. No cheating. Don't want any cheating at all. And you have to guess how old these people were when they died, or at least how old AI says these people. It's called the 69 Club. So we're going to play around just 4 games. Get ready. Are you ready? Can you tell me if you're ready, please? Because I would like to know that you're ready. Play the 69 Club. Yes. Oh, 69. There you go. Already it's been said. Okay, right. You just can say 69 every time. that will be partially cheating, but will also give people a good understanding that sometime it is going to be 60. Okay, here we go. First one, people. There we go. Look at these lovelies. You can guess. Okay, there's a 27 come up from Alan. Is guessing. Let me. 43, 30, 46. Okay, here we go. I can tell you. Can anybody tell me who these people are? 12. Ruckus has come in with a 12. So we've had a few guesses. We've had a few guesses here. We got Ellen, a guess straight away, 27. Dark Commission went in 43. BG went in 33. Joe Allen went in 46. Ruckus, of course, went in 12. Classic, underhanded American. 53 is what Tim said. That yeah, I mean, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to stop you. I love you, so I'm going to let you do whatever you want. I'm assumed it's MA. Ooh, well, let's see. Okay, right. So Jill Dando, Marie Antoinette, and can anybody guess what the third one is on this list? Because I can't tell you. For some reason, I didn't write it down for the third guy, but it's definitely Marie Antoinette and definitely Jill Dando. And the answer is simple. It is, wait a second, 37 Club. All 3 of them. 37. They were 37. Yeah, it might be. I don't know who that is as the guy in there. I feel like I should have it written down somewhere, but I had a look and I couldn't find it. It was not on there for some reason. A bit strange. Okay, right. Next one. Next one. Here we go. Let's see. Let's present another one. I'm doing this ad hoc as we go. Here we go. Remember, this is called the 69 Club. Get ready. How old were these guys when they died? Anybody know? Anybody know? Joe, anybody know how old Joe, Mo, oh, Marky Mark were? Anybody? Anybody at all? Come on. You can guess it.
You could be 69. Who knows? DC gone in there with 74. 89. Dick Bull's gone 89. BG says 72. Oh, there's another 72. So we've got DC with his 74. Tim Hinchcliffe with his 72. Dick moves 89. Going wild. He's just wild. 72 from BG2. Little Cow went with a 78. Joel Allen, 68, 68. 73. Ooh, and 74. And it is the 74 club. I can tell you these guys, they were all at 74 years old when they died. Okay. Next one then. Next one. I'll pull that down. So Ruckus and DC got it in there. Got in there good. Right. The next one. How old were these guys when they died? I'm sure you can guess who these guys are. The big kiss, the little kiss, and Rocky Balboa. BG says 100. Ellen says 100. BG says 101. Dark Commissioner's gone with a 94. Falling off a cliff. You're falling off a cliff, DC. You were doing so well. Little Cowl knows a Centurion when she sees one. Anybody else want to come in now that I've said that you're dirty, rotten cheats? 98. Well, you didn't get Andic moves. 98 as well. I will tell you, these are all the 100 club. Is Henry Kissinger, the man, Kurt Douglas, I think that is, and of course, there's David Rockefeller. What AI thinks David Rockefeller looks like, I'm not sure of it at all. Scoring for this round could be cumulative years away from correct answer. Okay, I'll have minions try and work it out later. Actually, no. If anybody wants to work out who won by those terms, feel free to. It may take a long time, and you may have to be really anal. Okay, another one. Here you go. Whoa. Have a look. I'm gonna give you a no. I'm not sure if you know who these guys are. Oh, look, it's that guy from that Harry Potter thing. And Egon Spengler. And looks like Miss Marple, but I'm pretty positive that's Emmeline Pankhurst. Harold Ramis, that's it. Harold Ramis. Quite right. Harold Ramis, who was not only a famed actor, but he was also a very, very sexy man. No, he's a director too. He made movies. He was very good. Lots of people saying 64. I know none of them. Well, they're very famous. What the woman? She was very famous. Very famous. She believed in women's rights and all of that nonsense. The other one chased slime around the city in New York and saved us all from the Stay Puft Monster. And the other ones used to point wands at children in school, if you know what I mean. But yeah, indeed. This is actually, and you should have guessed this. I can't believe what is wrong with you all. This was the 69 Club, people. This is 69 Club. They're all looking at you. You can see it. It's written all over their face. The 6 and the 9, most definitely. Carol, little Carol coming late after I've already given the answer. I think you're behind on the on YouTube. The 67, but you were close. In that case, you were actually the closest. So you would have I don't know how the scoring works anymore, but it looks something like that, and someone needs to do it. Do it. That was a little game of the 69 Club. I thought I'd throw it in just for some fun. And I hope I hit the right one now. Well, just before, I'm going to play one more clips. And then I am going to show you the scoreboard and explain what happens next. If I get the right clips. There we go. There's Gay Edgar Hoover. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how gay was gay Edgar Hoover?
He was a 10.
I
know I'm not giving myself any room, any wiggle room there, but I'm fine with that.
I'm gonna say 9.
Oh, you're undercutting him there. Well,
$1, Bob.
Corey gets the point there. No, in actual fact, dressing up as a lass doesn't make you gay, according to AI. I'd say he might land around a 4 or 5 on the gay scale. What can you do? Honest and truthful AI. It's based more on speculation and rumors rather than concrete evidence, so it's purely a playful guess. Ooh, and there's one more. There's one more. I don't need this. Don't need this for this. How gay on a scale of 1 to 10 is Johnny Vedmore?
Corey, you go first.
2.
Oh, don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't know.
I was homophobic by the way I said that, wasn't I?
I'm gonna say he's a 3.
Oh, you're both being kind, but no. Apparently, well, you win, Charlie. You win the point. The AI says I'd say maybe a 5, right in the middle.
Wow.
Right in the middle. I'm even a little tiny bit more gay than J. Edgar Hoover, according to...
Apparently you are.
Truth bomb.
Go on.
Oh, I'm blanking on the first part though. That was dumb. I thought it would come to me faster than that.
I'm ready.
Well,
Go on. I'll give you another couple of seconds before I hand it over.
oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Just guess. Whatever.
It's a hard. This is a hard, tricky round for the mind.
Yeah, I can't quite place the breed.
Okay, I'm gonna hand it over because I think Monica's gonna get it.
Well,
Go
I
on.
think it's a raccoodle.
It is a rackoodle, and what would be the other name? A poocoon. A poocoon. A poocoon is one of my favorite. If you can mix a poodle and a raccoon, you'd get a poocoon. That's acceptable. Okay. Monica, you get to 2 points there. You're eking back those points. You are behind at the moment. So, okay, get ready. Monica's is clearly very good at this round, so be careful, Courtney. But you can always waste it if you get in there quick. So, who's more likely? Was it everyone's favorite bearer of bad news, Walter Cronkite, or the son of a freaky Satanist, Anderson Cooper? Which one is got the links there, Scott?
Truthfully, I think both of them did, but I know what Grok will say is that it was Anderson Cooper, specifically related to his Africa investigations that he supposedly just funded himself and went and fucking, just magically got this career in journalism because he just somehow got to Africa to cover some sort of fucking Civil War bullshit. So it's Anderson Cooper is the answer.
And what about you, William?
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I'm sure Cronkite did.
I have chosen people who are likely to throw you off the scent, but you are quite right. In actual fact, it's more than that. It's confirmed that Anderson Cooper interned at the CIA for 2 summers while a student at Yale.
I'm shocked.
Shocking. So this is Dana up first on this slide. So you get to choose someone you think was the AI thinks was against the old books. Now this is very freaky, I have to tell you, because what AI considers to be an anti-vaxxer is just like, madness. But still, I think you can see a couple of obvious ones there. Dana, do you want to take a guess?
Kanye.
Kanye, yes. Kanye West, an obvious one. So it's 1 point goes across to you, Rachel. If you get someone
who didn't support them was pro-vax, and then the point goes to Dana.
I guess I'll guess.
I can't tell you. It's John Voight, Jessica Biel.
Yeah, I know who they all are.
Okay,
I'll guess John Voight.
John Voight, indeed, John Voight. So he's on 2 points now. Goes across to Dana. So now you're on a 50-50. It's Jessica Biel, Rob Lowe, Mariah Carey, and her brother Jim Carrey.
I'm gonna go with Jim Carrey.
Yes, Jim Carrey. So okay, so here we go. Rachel, you've got only one left. If you guess it correctly, you get 4 points.
So one of the three left was against it, didn't support it.
It was against it.
I'm gonna guess Rob Lowe.
Okay, I'm afraid Dana gets the 3 points there. That's brutal. That's brutal because she's already so far in the lead. But Rob Lowe was for it. Napoleon. How gay on a scale of 1 to 10 do you think AI for Napoleon was? This starts off Hesher.
I'm gonna go with.
He's French. That's a good. I mean, it's a start. You want to start adding to that. He's French. He sticks frogs' legs in his mouth.
If Schumer was only 2, then Napoleon is only 4.
Oh, you're saying a 4? Okay. Ruckus, what do you say? Do you say a man who can stick an entire chicken bone down his throat and take off the meat by going like this is because that's what the French do. I've been in a restaurant with them.
AI
I've
has
seen
got to
them.
be on the same page as me with this 6. I'm going with a 6 again.
Oh, well, you each get a point because he's a 5. They said, I'd say he's a 5. Sure, he had some tight bro bonds, but that was because he was into guys, or just because that was the vibe back then. Who knows? That's what AI says. Sounds like a Victorian bohemian.
AI is such a bro. It talks all broy at you, doesn't it? Who knows?
Yeah. I think it's not working with us. Just saying.
Truth bomb.
Oh, Tim finally gets in there. I mean, he shook Columbia with that. Go on.
This is Anthony Fauci. Tony Fauci.
Yes, it is. It's old big bad Tony Fauci there. He's there with his cute kittens and his bloody axe. Okay, are you ready? You got your fingers on the buzzer. You got your fingers on the Z trigger. Here we go. Who is this bloody clown with an axe?
Truth bomb.
Dan Fournier is in there first. Please come on then, Dan. Who do you think it is?
Mel Gibson.
It is. Would you believe it's Mad Mel Gibson? Look at it. You can even tell that's Mad Mel Gibson. What? I mean, it's amazing. Indeed, it is Mad Mel Gibson howling in the moonlight, dressed as a clown. This isn't actually AI. This is just a normal picture that I took off the internet. This is it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do,
Do it. Click
you
on the
do.
thing in the corner to make it a full screen for you.
It's,
What about this? What about this one then, Courtney?
That's good.
How do you feel? It's a good one. How old do you think these guys were when they died?
This is so bad.
we're gonna go with 70.
70, okay. And Monica, what's your guess going to be?
I'm going to say 65. I was debating 65's the top, that I think.
Okay, well, you should have been very careful to listen to the name of the round, which was called the 69 Club. And one of them was always going to be 69. So 70 was a very good guess. Yes.
What a clever game.
Yeah.
What a
So
good
what?
game.
What? Thank you. What did? Who are those people? If you can guess all of them, there, Courtney, you can have an extra point.
Yeah, that I'm not going to though. I don't know.
Okay.
I
What
think
about
I
you,
can.
Monica?
I think I can. I'm going to say David Bowie,
Yeah.
Saddam Hussein,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yasser Arafat.
No.
That's not. Oh, is that Gaddafi?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Gaddafi. I know he doesn't look like he. He's
really
Gaddafi when
doesn't.
he's in the back of the van.
And then Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, Louis Armstrong's there as well. Yeah, 69.
Probably
They all
not
died.
the only one I would have gotten, but yeah.
If Yasser Arafat died at 69, I want the point.
No, he didn't. He was much older than that. He was maybe in his late 70s, early 80s when Arafat died.
Yeah.
He was like,
he was 75.
oh, there you go. Okay.
Okay.
He looked a lot older. I can bloody tell you that when he died.
But he used to wear that thing, whereas Gaddafi didn't always wear it. But yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay.
He had
And
the Larry Ellison technology.
Right. Yes.
this
It's
next
awful
one-
though. Like that David Bowie rendition is pretty bad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
It's pretty bad. I'm not sure how Monica means that. It's pretty bad. I think that means it's like badass. That's badass. It did look like David Bowie. That was a fantastic David Bowie in the desert. I have to say, AI. I take the piss out of it all of the time. This show is to fundamentally show people that AI is the official narrative, and the other narrative will still exist within the human world. This will be how we will go forward. There will be one official narrative that's computerized and digitalized and there for us whenever we tap it into our screens, and then there will be humans saying the truth and the expanded facts. So I want people to know about this. I love this comment from DC here saying, how about a book round where the part of the title is obscured and needs filling in, and then the author. That is that is a good round. It allows me, again, all of these rounds have to have somehow an ability for AI do a really bad job or a really good job. It depends of describing it. Like those picture rounds of 69 Club. That's one of the positive use of AI is hello. One of the positive uses, making interesting looking Louis Armstrongs. Yes, indeed, Louis. I remember Matt Taibbi interview in 2020, and it was a slobber job. Can't stand Taibbi ever since. Oh, I love it when someone knocks it out of the park like that, BG. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Taibbi at all. I actually done a load of investigating on him. And I think the Twitter files thing, when they did that Taibbi was like the head of that. That was what he had been built early on to do when he was working in Russia. That's an interesting story in itself, and there's a load of interesting stuff there. The media is in bed, really in bed. And those who are more on the comedy scene as well. Not Taibbi is a comedian, but in his early work, it is dry, sarcastic comedy and different forms of a way to tell it or write an article. Yeah, but AI can't find the G spot. It's like what, 5 years, and AI will be making us all orgasm so much without our permission. It won't be believable. I don't care for Taibbi either. I'm doing Ellen's voice here. I know her. I've had her on the show. If you go back on Johnny Vedmore Live, Ellen on there. But I don't care for Taibbi either. He won't even mention the word Israel, and he's every week about current events. Yeah, honestly, it is scandalous. Scandalous, that word. Scandalous. It is scandalous. Well, AI could summarize a book and then guess the name of the author, but it could also recreate the cover of the book. Imagine this: if I get AI to create an image that's for the cover of a book where the title will be obscured, and you'd have to guess it from the image of the cover of the book that AI create, and it's going to tell you the entire story on the cover. That would be quite an interesting one. And would be a good, an innovative way to use this AI thing. BG, him and Mark Amos, yes, has got some secrets about what went on in Russia. Yes, indeed. I mean, Mark Amos said a load of stuff about Taibbi and said that he was being groomed for something that looked more like what his dad did, which seemed to be like a Mockingbird Media intelligence link. Don't like Door either. Don't even get me started. Don't even they avoid me like the plague anyway. That whole sect of journalists. AI generated movie posters about the event, and you have to guess the actors. That's a good one. That's a good one about an event, and you have to guess the actors. Okay, that's a yeah. Extra points in there. That is a good last round because the picture rounds, the 2 picture rounds, you got a fastest finger, which could improve in how it's done. But you have then multiple rounds. I invent new rounds all of the time. I really enjoyed doing some of them. That's what the 9 Club came from. And this is something that, you know, when I'm sitting down for a night and I'm just like giving myself something to ponder that isn't some terrible dystopian intelligence led corruption, then, you know, it's nice. It's nice for me to get out of the heavy world and go and try and create something new, a new game or way to have fun and think logically. Barry Weiss, master. There's a lot of this. Oh, we're getting into it now. And really, that's good. Have it illustrate the book as a summary. That's what I meant to say, but I rambled it. How about guess that song? Yes, if I can get AI to make songs really badly, but I think they're programmed. No, because I went to try and do something like this, but I think they're programmed not to use copyrighted material. So they try their best not to do it. So it'd have to be a lyric thing where I fed it lyrics. Would love you to do some sort of music round filled in with missing lyrics. Yes, little Carol. Okay, we'll think about this. We'll think about how to do this. We will do it. Door is like the kindergarten, the alt media. He's one of a very unique group that all has one significant connection. One day I'll tell that story, but not ready for it now. An assassination roundabout where you guess AI answers and drop a truth bomb. I like it. Assassination roundabout. Okay. I like it. I think I get what you mean, but you might have to explain it a bit more. Tim Hinchliff says, I like that one, Ruckus. Could be Gina Haspel, Bill Gates, and Klaus Schwab, Event 201. Oh, that would be, that's clever. That's clever. I like a little bit of this. Image of a fake band, name the members. Oh, man, I can imagine good ones there. Round, not roundabout. That's AI. Yes, okay. So you were saying originally an assassination round where you guess AI's answer about assassination. That makes sense. Real events as movies with actors, a little far-fetched, I think. Who would ever think that could be possible? It's crazy. You crazy Americans suck at roundabout. Accidents always go up. Right, yes, they do. Okay, I think we've reached near the end. I think we've all been here long enough. There's time to see. Now, this, I have to tell you, I have done this very simply. Rotting jewels should all be one word. There should be no space. But this is the high score table so far. So before we get into talking about, or before we get carried away talking about Max Blumenthal's father planned Benghazi and Max grew up with Chelsea, I could tell you, I could go on all night about all of this stuff. I would like me and Max, maybe we could bash it out on a live show. I wouldn't mind that. Asking him a few questions about things that have happened and I found out, because I've had one or two things. Please. Well, I've had number one is like a funding stream that I find really is suspicious, but it affects a load of people within the circle of the independent. Yeah, not very happy about it. But I've also been on the indie media for a while, and there's been a couple of occasions where gray zone stuff has crossed over, and I don't want to get into it straight away for sure, but eventually I will. When you get into something like this, you know, if I was to tell you something that I know that is mixed up with Max Blumenthal, etc., other people will want to know more, and that becomes a big part of what I'm doing. And I don't have the time to do anything like that. I've got to pick my fights really carefully, and eventually that fight, all of those fights will come, because I think I have to say there's a lot out there. The indie media is as mockingbird as it's ever been. It's same with the mainstream media. They're all mockingbird, but the indie media is what, 60 to 80% mockingbird, even sometimes if it doesn't know it's mockingbird, sometimes when it does know it's mockingbird, and sometimes all it knows is mockingbird. So let's get on to this though. This has been it. 20 contestants have played Truth Bomb. I thank each and every one of them. But there has to be one person who's on top and a table. Now, seeing as Tim Hinchcliffe is here, I got to say, and Adam Clark, of course, Ruckus is in the house. I got to say to both of you, listen, you got the rough end of the stick, for sure. No doubt about it. You got it. You came on very early, and the points, there was a different point. I had a different idea of points. It didn't go on for as long. We hadn't developed the idea of what the show looked like properly. So you had low scoring rounds compared to the rounds that come later. So there is disparity. I have to admit that. I have to tell you. But listen, you'll be able to come back on and take another shout against someone else who's already been on. Have a look, see if there's anyone you want to go in against as we go on for the next 10 games as well. I'm sure Ruckus, for instance, may like to go in against Jay or Jamie Dyer, maybe Rachel Wilson, maybe he'd like to go in against someone else. Wait, he's piping up. Ruckus is piping up. He's saying, corrupt game from the beginning. What a listen, come back on, and you can, it entices you to come back on. The scoring, I understand the scoring now. Come back on, yeah, and the scores should be naturally higher as long as you actually put in the effort. As long as you truth bomb it all over the place, and the ones who have there we go. And the ones who have succeeded. So here we go. I'm revealing it for the first time. Very easy. I've literally just taken a screenshot of what I put up, and here we go. We got 82 is the top. Rotting Jules. Dana is in the lead. She's 6 points ahead of John Klychek. Havoye Moric got 75, is joint with Monica Perez. Of course, Monica Perez, even though they're joint, Monica Perez comes in 4th place because she's a woman. Yeah. I can't help it. If there was a guy on top, then Havoye Moric would. It's just balance. It's force. Balance to the force. Anyway, Courtney Turner, 74. Rachel Wilson on 70. She did a good job. I get a feeling if she come back on, she'd boss it. I have to say she was a little bit she'd got the wrong time when she did it, so she was a bit flustered when she got there, and I think given a little bit more time she would be devastating. But also she was up against Dana, so Dana just rocked it. She just knew her specialist subjects. Everything she had prepped, it was good. Graham H. Moore is on 68. Scott the Lizard Abrams. Listen, I have to say, William from England and Scott, that was such a good game. That was so enjoyable. It was so fun to record. I do think William was a little bit hungover when we started. And that might explain the point difference there as well, because he did put in loads of truth bombs and he did try really hard. Basil Valentine was like, I really want to do that again. He was not feeling well when he did it, but still, that's no excuse. And then, as you see, really all of the bottom half is made up of people who were in the first part. So in a sense, Hesher, Ruckus, and Dick Dellimpole head that table, and that might mean they would be further up there in the charts if the game was a little bit different. But they'll have another chance.
He'll have another chance. Down, Dick Dalrymple, Tim Hinchcliffe is on 48, along with Charlie Robinson. Dan Fournier is on 47. Corey Hughes at 46. Fox Green at 41 and Alex Demetrios at 40. That game was super hard, though. I feel like those guys, I gave them the hardest. Of course, DC and Joe Allen, 30 in qualifiers. Indeed, we know. But 82, it was knocked out of the park. I know that Jab Whack, just a bloke who asked questions, he was scoring. He helps when I'm recording. He books, I guess, and the other way he helps me is scoring the rounds. I mean, so far I say, bring me these people, and he does this. But you have to be an expert to play this game. Really, you have to be an expert. Let me come back out. Right. There you go. You have to be an expert. You really do have to be an expert. You have to know your fields. You have to know your onions. There's going to be fun rounds. Wankety Wank is a bit of a general knowledge round, really. I love it though. And the two picture rounds are really like, they're a bit random. You can either do really well or really badly, and it depending on whether you're able to function like that. And the last quick fire round, most people only get 2 or 3 in the quick fire round. It's very hard. It's really rare that people get over 2 or 3. So you have to be an expert to get here and get up to that level on your subject. So anybody who thinks I want to go through and I want to test this out, I can take on qualifiers, I can go on to a wild card round and I can get on this. You have to be learning a subject at the same time. And this is partially what this game is about as well. It's about encouraging you to decide to say, I need to understand the subject really well, go into it and start rocking it. Because that's how we do, information in, information out. That's how it works. And all of these people, that's what they do. That's what makes all of these people who are on the screen now. That's why they're here, is because they put in information into their head, and out of it comes a massive amount of knowledge and the ability to spread that knowledge, the ability to explain complex situations. So, Rotting Jules, Dana, top of the bunch by a long way, but it is not over. There are going to be 20 more contestants come on over the next 10 games. And those 20 contestants, some of those guys are serious experts in their field too. Next week, I'm hoping I'll be able to edit in time and get it up because it's filming the day before. But Jay and Jamie Dyer will be going up against each other, and those two are already experts in what they do. There'll be more and more and more as we go along. And once we've got up to 40 contestants, then we'll start going through probably a top 16 round. We'll everybody will mismatch. We'll draw out new people. We'll cross people over. We'll get people will be able to improve their score. So, especially for the people who are low there, Fox Green will be able to come on again and rock it and get up that table. The same with Dan Fournier or Charlie Robinson. At Ruckus, of course, you can improve the score. Your best score is what gets on the high score table. So after we've had another 10, then we'll probably have another about 20 games, which will be mixed games that will lead to the last 16, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals, of course. Woo! This is it's being said there. Answer. Oh, Jay and Jamie might push down Dana's top spot. Oh, it's true. They are pretty. Dana says, "I'm certain I'll be dethroned soon." Yeah, well, these guys are hot. These guys are hot. You're hot as well, though, Dana. You amaze everybody who goes back and watches Dana versus Rachel.
it is a masterclass in its specialist subjects. The rest of it is pretty random and normal, but it's knowing your subject to a T, and there is, you deserve your place on top. So I love you all. Congratulations to Dana. Awesome. Like, share, subscribe, support, do everything you can. Get involved. If you want to be on Truth Bomb, get in touch. Get Patrick Henningsen on. Well, I'll ask him. You can ask him too, Rucker, seeing as you're close to him. I'd be very happy to have Patrick Henningsen on. I'll be very happy to have anyone on, even if I don't necessarily agree with them. Now, here is the other thing about Truth Bomb, my friends, is even if I don't agree with someone or don't like someone per se, I'd be happy to have them on. Doesn't mean they won't get a rough ride from me, but I'll still be happy to have them on. So that goes out to everybody, even the ones I argue with online. I am willing to say, take it on. I will give you a fair contest, though I will give you hell as well. Yeah, there you go. That Ian Carroll versus Mike Ben. Both people who I could have a lot to say about. Can you imagine? Ian Carroll is scared shitless of me. He won't go near me. He won't come anywhere near me. He's chicken. Ian Carroll's a chicken. Anybody else think that Ian Carroll is a chicken? You can put a chicken down if you think Ian Carroll's a chicken. I think Ian Carroll's a chicken, and he should speak with me. Anybody else think Ian Carroll should speak with me and that he's a little he's a little chicken? He is. He's a little chicken. He's a Ruckus likes that. BG likes that as well, and Joe Allen. But it's true. He's a chicken. Oh, there you go. He's Luigi. He is. He looks like Luigi. It's true. Yeah. Oh, Ian Carroll and Eric Weinstein. That would be best. Oh, Eric Weinstein. He hates me so much. He hates me. He hates me so much. I would love to see Patrick Henningsen on too. No, really, little Carol would love to see Patrick Henningsen. You'd like to see Patrick Henningsen any which way but loose. And there you go. Yeah, chicken clown indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for this special best of. I'm really happy that all of you guys came and joined me, and I love you all. You hopefully will be back on Sunday, next Sunday, with a full episode, and then we'll still be going from there. And in another 10 episodes time, we'll do another one of these, but then we'll start mixing it up and we'll start getting old contestants to play against each other. Thank you for joining me. I love you all. We're out. See you later.